Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kristen threatens to expose Stefan's infidelity to Gabby. Days of Our Lives reveals that Johnny DiMera came clean to Chanel DiMera about his chance to work with the notorious Peyton Russo on a new movie out in Los Angeles, so it was a dream job for him. The catch was Johnny would have to move down for this job and had to give his answer by hereafter. Johnny admitted he'd known about the offer for weeks, but he considered not telling Chanel and turning it down. That admission stunned Chanel, who blew up at Johnny since they were supposed to be a platoon. After important debating between the two of them, Chanel helped Johnny see that she could cinch from anywhere and could maybe open Sweet Bits LA. Anyhow, Chanel wanted to support Johnny's dream, so he called to accept the offer and agreed to a sizzling makeup session behind unrestricted doors. At the cantina, Kate Roberts Brady upset since she still hadn't heard from Lucas Horton, but also Lucas walked by and proved he was okay after his Montana charge. Since Lucas successfully helped capture Clyde Weston, Kate hoped that meant Harris Michaels would keep his pledge and make sure Lucas walked free. Lucas noted that Harris was busy recycling Clyde, but he didn't have high expedience and acted like he might just have to serve the remainder of his judgment. Since Clyde was headed to Supermax and wouldn't be at Statesville, Lucas didn't suppose his safety would be an issue presently. While Lucas visited Julie Williams to say his farewells, Kate wondered about Roman Brady's true passions about all this. Roman claimed that although Lucas abducted Sammy Brady, he believed Lucas had learned his assignment and supported his freedom. Latterly, Lucas returned to the cantina, where Roman admitted he'd talked to some connections and got the news that Harris came through on the deal for Lucas. Since Lucas' judgment has officially been changed, he was thrilled along with Kate. At the Horton house on Thursday's day's occasion, Chad DiMera told Julie about captured Clyde's claim that Abigail DiMera was still alive, so he pledged to question him again and headed to the Salem PD. While Julie reeled over Abigail's possible survival and milled over whether it was possible, Rafe Hernandez quizzed Clyde about Lee Shin's case and whether he knew anything about Gil Carter taking him out. Clyde noted that if he could corroborate that, he'd only be willing to partake if there was commodity in it for him. Rafe acted like there was no way for him to help Clyde in this situation, but Clyde suggested that the help didn't have to come from within the confines of the law. Once Rafe left on Thursday's DOL occasion, Chad arrived and pulled the table back so that he could sit uncomfortably close to Clyde. After Chad told the nipping story of what happened the night he set up Abigail bleeding out, he cried and gripped Clyde's head as he pushed for real answers. Clyde suggested about Chad using his DiMera chops to help him, but Chad ultimately prompted Clyde to put his cards on the table. Clyde decided it was further fun when Chad was acting all tough. This was just sad, so Clyde told Chad to hear up since he was going to give him commodity big. At the DiMera manse on day's occasion, Kristen DiMera eavesdropped Stefan DiMera barking at someone over the phone to make commodity be ASAP. Stefan admitted he was busting Gabby Hernandez DiMera out of captivity so they could run down together, but Kristen couldn't let him do that and reminded him of their deal. Kristen claimed their terms were that she'd help clear Gabby's name and Stefan would help her score the DiMera CEO spot. Still, also Kristen hovered to tell Gabby that he slept with Ava Vitali, if Stefan didn't keep his end of the bargain. Stefan protested that he was drunk for that pointless association, but Kristen didn't suppose the details would count if Gabby set up out he cheated. Coming on day's occasion, Rafe arrived and offered updates on the Clyde situation. While Kristen was on a phone call in the other room, Rafe let Stefan know that his hands were tied and that he couldn't help Clyde to free Gabby. That said, Rafe inferred that he'd be willing to look the other way if Stefan chose to be a DiMera and handle this rather. After Rafe left, Kristen returned from her phone call and shocked Stefan with the news that there'd been a change of plans, so she wouldn't be helping him presently. Eric Brady needs EJ's legal representation. Is it for his divorce? Days of Our Lives suggest that Eric Brady will ask EJ DiMera for legal representation now that EJ isn't dead. Presently. Does Eric want EJ to handle his divorce from Sloan Peterson? Will this lead to the verity about baby Jude Brady coming out? Days of Our Lives EJ Dimera could incontinently refuse. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that EJ is helping Sloane to stay on the run and down from the Bobbies. EJ also knows that Jude is actually Eric's son. DOOL Eric Brady needs EJ's legal representation. Is it for his divorce? EJ has no intention of telling the verity about this, so thus someone differently is going to have to reveal that verity about Jude. Will someone additional reveal Jude's maternity? EJ doesn't want Eric near his woman. The only reason that EJ brought Jude home was to keep Nicole from featuring about Eric, commodity he suspects she has formerly done. How could EJ have missed this? Nicole still wants Eric to be around that baby. Will EJ find a way to stop Eric from coming around as well? DOOL spoilers, Eric Brady want rid of Sloane Peterson. Eric wants to get relief of Sloane as soon as humanly possible. Eric wants no ties to this woman at each when he's done. Eric doesn't want to pay her alimony or anything differently. Eric clearly doesn't want any kind of support from Sloane. Eric also doesn't want Sloane to have a part of his business. Moreover, Eric is done. Eric and Sloane haven't worked out so far for them. After all, Sloane has done nothing but die from day one. Sloane has no idea how hurt Eric is or what he'll do from then. Eric has told Sloane he doesn't want to see her again and no one can condemn him. Will Eric get his freedom and reunite with the woman he truly loves? Days of Our Lives spoilers, why EJ Dimera? It is Ed like EJ is the only attorney in Salem, so why the world would Eric turn to a man who hasn't been veritably nice to him at all? EJ isn't the only counsel in city, indeed, though Belle Black, Martha Madison, isn't in city. Eric could have gotten in touch with Justin for that matter. Is Eric just trying to keep a connection to Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker? EJ could turn on Eric at any time. EJ isn't at each secure. EJ would do anything to get what he wants, and that includes helping Eric's woman hide from him. Will EJ help drag this divorce out so Eric cannot take Nicole from him? What will be when EJ's part in the baby switch comes out? Stefan blackmails EJ over Jude's maternity, Gabi's fast path to freedom. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers for Monday, June 17th, reveal that Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, will decide to have a little converse with Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, and get effects out in the open. There's been some pressure ever since Alex set up Brady in bed with Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, but he may hope to fix that. After all, Alex only has himself to condemn for hooking up with Kristen Dimera, Stacey Hayduke, on the side and pushing Teresa into Brady's arms. Still, Alex may also remind Brady that he's made a collective commitment to Teresa now, and hope that Brady can admire that. Next, Abe Carver, James Reynolds, will continue to comfort Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, over Chanel Dimera, Raven Bowens, and Johnny Dimera's, Carson Boatman, decision to move to LA. Since Paulina wants to throw Johnny and Chanel a going-down party, Abe might suggest combining it with their anniversary and making this bash a festivity to flash back. Also again, Abe might decide on a surprise for Paulina. Days spoilers say Lonnie Price Grant, Sal Stowers, and Eli Grant, Lamont Archie, will come home laterally during the week of June 17, 21, so Abe could potentially invite them on the sly. In the meantime, Kristen will bewail to EJ Dimera, Dan Feuerigel, about getting Dimera Enterprises sanctioned CEO. Since EJ isn't the DA presently either, Kristen may suggest he could always concentrate on being a stay-at-home pater. Of course, DOOL suckers know EJ isn't really Jude Dimera aka Jude Brady's, Oliver McClarty, natural father, and now Stefan Dimera, Brandon Barish, knows that too since he just set up the inheritable testing report in the safe. On Monday's day's occasion, Stefan will defy EJ with what he's learned and gutter his escape plot now that he's got a much better option. Stefan may advise that EJ is going to help him score enough substantiation to free Gabby Hernandez Dimera, last played by Camila Banus, or differently Nicole Dimera, Ariane Zucker, will learn the verity about Jude's maternity along with everyone differently. Grounded on our day's prognostications, EJ will be backed into a corner and may have no choice but to help Stefan pull off Gabi's release. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Stefan's newfound knowledge will rankle EJ, so we bring you updates on the showdown that follow Stefan's news.